Yes, it is.
You gonna hang out today? No, we're not gonna throw you out. Now that we know who you are, we're gonna keep you.
Oh, hello. How are you?
We're recording.
Oh, we're on.
No, we're not.
7.
Gee.
All right, call the order and announce the quorum. We have 5 council people up here, and that is a quorum. Both Councilman Munger and Mayor Tiffany have excused absences. We'll stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Maggie, would you read the public comment
Yes.
section?
Public comments. This is an opportunity for citizens to address the council on any matter pursuant to the Texas Government Code Section 551.007. The council is not permitted to discuss or take action on any presentations made concerning matters that are not listed on the agenda. Presentations are limited to matters over which the council has authority. Speakers have up to 4 minutes or the time limit determined by the presiding officer. Each speaker must have submitted their request to speak by completing the speaker's form, or you may also email mayor and council@trophyclub.org, and I have received no speaker forms.
All right, so no speakers. We'll go to individual items. Would you read agenda item number 1?
Yes. Number 1, public hearing to consider approval of an ordinance adopting the 2023 tax rolls and fixing and levying municipal ad valorem taxes for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2023, and ending on September 30, 2024, and for each fiscal year thereafter until otherwise provided at the rate of 0.415469 per 100 assessed valuation on all taxable property within the corporate limits of the town of Trophy Club as of January 1, 2023.
I open the public hearing at 7:02. Council will not participate in the public hearing, but will wait for regular session. We'll have a staff report, any public speakers, then I'll close the session. Do you wish to make a staff report?
Council, Mayor Pro Tem Sheraton, thank you for tonight. I'm going to have April help us with this, and I'll step in.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So we have proposed a tax rate at the no new revenue tax rate of 415,469. That is lower than last fiscal year's tax rate, and that is what we are proposing for you tonight. These tax rates are calculated by the tax assessor collector on our truth and taxation worksheets. And then we have a few options with that, which we have presented at prior meetings, and that is the recommendation for tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mayor and Council, this, our rate last year was 434,799, so this drops our rate to 415,469. Our values did go up, which caused this number to drop, so that's why you see it the way it is. It's a value increase, but this is the numbers that were provided by Denton County on the truth and taxation form.
Okay, thank you.
So, thank you.
Maggie, do we have any public speakers?
No.
At 7:04, I close the public hearing. This is an agenda item to consider approval. It is open to the council for discussion. Stacy, you want to start us? Any discussion? Steve?
I have none.
Jeff?
No discussion.
Luann?
No discussion.
Does anybody wish to make a motion?
I'll make a motion. I move to approve the property tax rate increase reflected in the fiscal year 2023-2024 budget as proposed.
I'll second it.
Okay. Motion by Councilman Flynn and seconded by Councilman Bauer. Okay, any further discussion? Anybody in the public wish to have any comments? Oh,
I think Dean.
Yeah,
was just
before
gonna
you
say
close this, there's one other motion, there's statutory motion. I realize you have just done this. There's specific statutory language that you must recite.
oh,
So even though you've already made a motion, let's,
does somebody
So,
up here
I
have the statute? Oh,
I have
okay.
that.
Oh,
Hold on
So-
just for a second. For clarification, do you wish to withdraw your motion?
yeah, I'll withdraw the
You
motion.
withdraw your second. Okay,
All right.
the motion's withdrawn. We go to Councilman Beach.
I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 0.415469, which is effectively a 9.6% increase in the tax rate.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Flynn. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. Oh, I'm sorry, this
It's
has
a
got to
roll-
be
it's a roll
a
call.
roll call vote.
Yeah.
Has to be a supermajority, so we have to have 5 positive votes. Maggie, would you make the roll call?
Yes, this is a roll call vote. I will call out your name in alphabetical order, except the presiding officer's name will be called last. When I call your name, if you are in favor, you will answer yay. Those opposed will answer nay. Councilmember Bauer,
Yay.
Councilmember Beach,
Yay.
Councilmember Flynn,
Yay.
Councilmember Oldham,
Yay.
and Mayor Pro Tem Sheridan.
Yay.
Okay, so we have 5 yays and 0 nays.
So the motion carries by unanimous consent. Thank you very much. We will go on to agenda item number 2. Maggie, would you read?
Yes. Number 2 is consider approval of ratifying the property tax increase reflected in the fiscal year 2023 to 2024 budget.
Okay. Staff, do you wish to make a report?
this is part of the tax rate. This is just the second part of it, so there is no presentation for this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then, Councilman, any discussion?
I would like to just clarify, because it can be confusing. Because of our property values having gone up, we have increased tax revenue, even though we've lowered the tax rate from last year. And I just think it's important that, because the language is statutory and it has to be reflected as a property tax increase, it's not a property tax rate increase, it's just the increased property values. Is that correct, April?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
You
you.
are correct.
Okay. Councilman Beach?
No comments.
Flynn?
No, sir.
Bauer? Okay. Anybody in the public wish to speak?
Can we ask questions or not?
Oh, okay. What?
Are we allowed to ask?
Oh, yes, absolutely, please. That's what this is about.
Okay, cool.
But it
Sean
has to be
Nelson.
specifically to this
Yeah, of course.
agenda item. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Nelson, address, right? 267 Oak Hill Drive. Yeah, I'm just curious, because I was going to ask the same thing that Luann just talked about. So the budget for the town went up 8.4%, correct? Is that the number? I got that
Yes,
from here. by
You're
the way.
getting that correct. Staff is saying yes.
And I'm just curious as to what were the major priorities that the town is spending the additional 8% on?
Wow, good question. My answer to that, and then I'll open it to anybody else, would be, we went through a budget, and it went all year long, and a lot of it had to do with salaries, being competitive, losing employees to other competitive towns. That's in my opinion, that's a big bulk of it, okay? We also established a policy that will kind of put some uniformity to it, where they survey frequently competitive towns for what they're paying and comparable towns.
Yeah.
For
I
next week?
watched last meeting.
Oh, okay,
so-
did you understand? I hope.
And I'm
that-
an HR guy, so I get it.
Got it, okay. That's the bulk of it.
Okay.
Okay, if I
Yep.
may say it that way. But we're open to anybody up here or any staff that wishes to have any other comments.
Yes, sir.
Please.
And we also added money to reduce the fund balance. That's a major part of it, too, is we added money to the budget so we could spend it to reduce our fund balance. The town is carrying a 40+% fund balance. We've included money in the budget to draw down that number, to get closer to 30%, which we'd like to be.
Okay.
And with that, were specific potential designated projects that we have on the horizon.
Yep.
But the whole point of lowering that to get more in line with where we probably need to be.
Okay.
Is the second-
And
But if I may,
ahead.
okay? That's changes within the budget, but you asked about the increase in the budget, which is what I was trying to address.
yeah.
But within the budget, there were, and please, you can review the council meeting on the budget, or ask staff for, or get a copy and look at it. And it'll, in the budget that we present, shows you where we were last year
Yeah.
and the years prior, and also coming up, so that you can see a little bit of history of it.
Yeah, I'm having trouble keeping up. So, like, to look at the budget itself, we can do that. We
Yeah.
can access it and looks like big buckets.
Yeah, please
Okay.
do. Now, the other thing is, since this is going on for so many months.
Yeah.
Each draft is identified on the front page as version number 1,
Gotcha.
version 2. But the final budget, April, please,
Will not have a version, but rather say approved budget.
approve, okay, so you want to, now, the other thing is, we'll be glad to get you a copy,
Yes.
Okay, great.
Readily available.
all right?
But you answered my question. So mainly people costs to stay competitive with other towns.
That's the bulk of it, and that's as I'm looking at it.
And
Okay?
staffing for us is 69.4% of our budget.
Okay.
So
Which is-
it's the biggest part.
Yeah.
So salaries and benefits.
Absolutely.
And you made some changes in the benefits as well. So
Yes, sir.
I heard
Right.
that
Yes,
last
sir.
time.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you so
Thank you, Sean, and if you
Sean.
would, get with April, get a copy.
That'd be awesome.
Okay? And please, feel free to come and ask other questions at the council. Anybody up here? Steve, you wanted to say something?
No, that answered the question.
Okay. Stacy?
I'm good.
Jeff?
I'm fine.
Suzanne?
No, his end.
All right.
His
Then,
questions answered.
since I will ask for a motion and to approve,
I make a motion to approve or ratify the property tax increase reflected in the fiscal year 2023, 2024 budget.
I'll second it.
seconded by Stacy Bauer.
And I'll do a roll call vote.
Please do.
So when I call your name, you'll answer yay if you're in favor, and if you're opposed, you'll answer nay. Councilmember Bauer,
Yay.
Councilmember Beach,
Yay.
Councilmember Flynn,
Yay.
Councilmember Oldham,
Yay.
and Mayor Pro Tem Sheridan.
Yay.
And that's 5 yays and 0 nays.
Okay. Thank you. The motion passes unanimously. All right. The next one is the town can convene into executive session. Oh, I'm sorry. Maggie, would you like to?
I will read that.
We will be going into executive session.
Executive session pursuant to the following designated section of the Texas Government Code, annotated Chapter 551, Texas Open Meetings Act, the town will recess into executive session to discuss the following. A, Section 551.074, personnel, to deliberate and consider the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment duties, discipline, or dismissal of public officers or employees, to wit, town manager.
Thank you. And it is 7:13. We're in executive session. Thank you. Okay. We are out of executive session. It is 7:37. There will be no action taken on the executive session. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, second, third, and fourth. We're adjourned at 7:37.